What's up, I Love Sport family? Today, we're diving into a huge storyline shaking the NBA, the future of Anthony Davis and the growing rumors that the Dallas Mavericks might actually consider trading the eight-time All-Star. Yeah, you heard that right. Anthony Davis, trade rumors. Let's get into everything you need to know, the reasons behind it, the possible destinations, the contract implications, and what this could mean for the Mavericks moving forward. So grab your popcorn, hit that like button, and let's break it down. How did we get here? The situation with Dallas. Anthony Davis joined the Dallas Mavericks with big expectations, championship hopes, defensive dominance, and a superstar duo that could compete with anyone in the league. And to be fair, when AD is healthy, he's a monster. He's still one of the best defenders in the NBA, a strong rebounder, and a guy who can easily give you 25 points any night. But there's a problem. Actually, several problems. Age and durability. AD is now in his early 30s, and his biggest enemy has always been injuries. Year after year, his availability has been unpredictable. For a franchise trying to build long-term stability, that's a huge concern. Playing style fit. Dallas wants spacing. They want shooting. They want a big who can stretch the floor and keep the paint open. But AD hasn't been a reliable three-point shooter. He dominates inside, which is great, but it can limit certain offensive schemes. Massive contract. Anthony Davis is owed more than $54.6 million. That's a gigantic chunk of cap space. You can't really build a deep championship team if one of your stars is taking that much salary and missing games. So when you put all these things together, it makes sense why analysts are starting to believe that Dallas might at least listen to trade offers. Why would Dallas consider trading Davis? Let's talk strategy. Every franchise reaches a point where they have to ask themselves, are we building for right now or the future? Dallas has some interesting young pieces, and they have the chance to reset the roster around cheaper, healthier players. Trading Davis could give them multiple first-round picks, younger talents, salary flexibility, and the chance to reshape the team identity. Sometimes the best move is the big one nobody expects. What makes AD valuable? Before we talk about destinations, we need to understand why teams would even want AD despite the injuries. He's still elite. When healthy, he's top 10, period. Few players combine elite rim protection, mobility, scoring versatility, rebounding, and playoff experience. Teams that feel one piece away would absolutely take that risk. He raises a team's ceiling instantly. A team can go from solid playoff team to title contender overnight, simply by adding Anthony Davis. Veteran leadership. He's been to the finals. He's been under pressure. He knows how to perform under bright lights. Even with his injuries, the talent is undeniable. Now, the fun part. Let's break down the most realistic places AD could land if Dallas actually decides to explore trades. Golden State Warriors. This one is spicy. The Warriors have been quietly monitoring AD for years. They're trying to maximize Stephen Curry's final elite years, and pairing him with Anthony Davis could extend their window. Golden State can offer young players, future draft picks, salary matching contracts, and a new role for AD in a system that spreads the floor. He would get all the spacing in the world next to Curry. Imagine that pick and roll. Imagine that defense. It makes too much sense. Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are desperate for a true franchise-changing star. Davis is from Chicago. This would be a coming home storyline. They have picks, they have young players, and they're ready to shake things up. Chicago needs a new era, and AD could be the face of it. New York Knicks. New York wants star power, they want playoff success, they want someone who can dominate the paint and protect the rim. They have the picks, they have the contracts, and they always have the motivation to make a blockbuster move. Miami Heat. Miami's always a dark horse destination for big trades. Pat Riley loves veteran stars. A Miami team built around Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and AD, that defense would be terrifying. The only question is whether they would give up enough assets. The contract situation. AD's salary is both a blessing and a curse. Curse, it's extremely high and limits flexibility. Blessing, if you trade him, you can bring back multiple players and picks, allowing a complete roster rebalancing. Teams with cap space or tradable contracts could make it work. It just depends on how much they're willing to offer. Should the Mavericks keep him? Let's be fair, not everyone wants to trade AD. Some believe Dallas should stick with him. Arguments for keeping Davis. He's still a star. Hard to replace his talent. Championship teams need elite defenders. Trading him could backfire. But the real question is, do the Mavericks believe AD can hold up physically and anchor a championship-level defense? And that is what the entire debate comes down to. So here's the bottom line. Anthony Davis is still one of the best players in the NBA, but his availability, contract, and fit with Dallas raise big questions about long-term success. If the Mavericks want to rebuild or restructure, this might be the moment to make that difficult decision. But if they believe he can hold up physically and anchor a championship-level defense, then trading him would be a huge mistake. Now, I want to know what you think. Should the Mavericks trade Anthony Davis? And if they do, which team should he go to? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. This is I Love Sport. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more NBA updates, rumors, and deep dives.